Currently in Islington, we have 7 youth councillors. Young people stand as candidates and are chosen democratically to be youth councillors every 2 years. Elections begin again in November, and we're encouraging a new wave of young people to stand as candidates. We're also encouraging all of the borough's young people to vote.
What motivated me to stand as a candidate is the fact that I would represent the views of young people in Islington.
About 2 years ago or so, there wasn't really a standing voice for young people in the community, so when this opportunity came about, I took it upon myself to become a youth councillor.
It can add to my CV and would really benefit me in the experience that I would get for future jobs.
The Youth Council is the bridge between the youth of Islington and the key decision makers. We challenge the views of those key decision makers in Islington to make sure that they deliver the best possible services for the youth in Islington.
I've represented young people throughout various ways. One way's been through where we've gone to meetings or just general borough events with adult councillors and the mayor himself. We've met young people and spoken to them about what they feel is important to them and how that can influence our 4 priorities.
For example, young people's views on stop and search issues. We take it back to stop and search monitoring group and feedback their views there, and over time, it will make a great change.
I would say that working on the youth strategy review was really beneficial because it was building the bridge between the council and the youth council. So essentially, the adult generation and the younger generation were working together to improve services for young people.
The work I'm most proud of as a youth councillor is when we all decided how £100,000 should be rewarded to different youth groups. All the youth groups in Islington are fantastic and they provide such a great service to young people. It was a privilege to be given the responsibility to fund that amount of money to different youth groups across the borough, and it just goes to show that what we do and what we say as youth councillors does have a big impact within the local community.
Since being a youth councillor, I'm more confident in myself, for example, in giving speeches. I now know that Islington does care about the young people in our borough.
Through the whole process, I've gained a lot of experience, and I've also had a taste of what it's like in real life to work in these sort of scenarios. And I think it's really beneficial because it's what you really get when you grow up, and this gives you a bit of preparation.
The advice that I would give to the future youth council is be firm in all your decisions, be confident in the way that you carry yourself, and don't be partial when you're going around into different youth clubs and meeting young people around the borough. At the end of the day, you are a young person yourself.
My advice to the next youth council is to have dedication and love the work that you do. I feel like if you don't have the dedication and if you don't love the work that you do, you would never be able to fulfil your role as a youth councillor.
My one piece of advice would be just be yourself. I like to laugh a lot and that's me. And everyone else is taken, so you might as well just be you.
If you're aged 11 to 17, live in Islington or go to school in Islington, or are looked after by Islington's In-Care Council, then you can vote at the next youth council elections. The elections will be taking place on November the 27th at Lift, Platform, City and Islington and Islington Secondary Schools. It's part of local democracy. It's a way for us young people to finally have a voice in our local community and influence local government. It's one person, one vote, so your vote does really count.